Everybody, welcome back to the Lechtech Moser Shir. We continue with the Pele Yoeitz. We are on page 246 in the arts code, day 84 of Hachzik. Starting a new topic today, Chashivus, which means recognizing significance. It's incumbent upon every person to recognize the great significance of each mitzvah. And who is mechabed my mitzvahs is as if you are being mechabed myself. A person must have great esteem for actual svarim, because the svarim are like the garments of the king. A person also must give honor to every single person. You have to give a happy countenance to every single person. Right? This is the proper way to act, because every person is a son, is a child, is a creation of Hashem. In contrast, when it comes to one's own honors, it can get very confusing. Everyone else, they're the greatest, they're the king, they're the holiest. But when it comes to us, all of a sudden there's a different prescription. But yeah, this is the avodah of being a yid. Don't pursue prestige, and don't take offense if others don't give him the proper kavod. If the opportunity presents itself for a person to be offended, and the Tahara is close at hand, which he always is, to persuade him that he should seek to have others show him proper respect, he shouldn't give in to the Tahara. He should prevail and come back with an axe and strength, using thoughts of Tahara, and think, what am I doing? What is man? He's likened to a fleeting breath. Ma enish lahevel dama. Based on Tehillim. That breath, air, that's all we are. Remove it to there. A maggot and a worm. And think, really, what does make a difference? A person is machshav me, or not machshav me. And not only that, when we want cover for ourselves and someone doesn't give us that cover, give us that satisfaction, so one way is to say, oh, what are we anyway? We're going to be okay. We're just like a Hevel Dama. But says the Pele, it's even more, that we don't realize we're living in the Olam Hafach, and we don't understand, we can't fathom, we can't be Meshayar, the elevated status of he who is disgraced and lowly among men in this world due to his extreme humility. Sometimes you look at an Anav, you look at a very humble guy and you say, he's a schlepper. You say he doesn't care about himself, but truth is punk faket. We just don't understand the Chashivus. How the Malachim, when he comes to Bez and Shema, they're going to be parading around him, and we're going to be somewhere else where you hear this whole commotion. We say, what's going on? We're going to see from far sight. We thought the Malachim are going to be dancing around us. We thought they're going to make a big parade in Pamalya Shamalya for us when we come with our big accomplishments and our ambitions and our dreams and how much honor we had. And we see this schlepper from the community that was so humble and he didn't make any noise and no one was mechabed him. Mitamol, the Malachim and Hashem is making, there's a whole commotion, the whole Suda, a whole Yamai Melech. And we say, what's going on? It must be a mistake. I'm here. No. The elevated status of he who is disgraced and lowly because of his humility, if we would realize that that's the truth, then in this world, when naturally, B'teva, we live in a culture, in a society where everyone is pursuing more covered, honor, kisei, kasei. Everyone wants just more and more recognition, PR. But only to realize that they're not making a mistake in the heavenly courts. They're not making a mistake when they sing Yamay Yamay Melech for the guy who was quiet, for the guy who didn't make any noise, the guy who seemed to be trampled on. No, they're doing it correctly. They know exactly what. The answer is because Hashem has the most special place. They're the most elevated, loved by the Eibishter, because Hashem knows nothing more than humility, and Hashem despises nothing more. There's nothing more abhorrent. There's nothing more repulsive and an abomination, as it says in the Pasuk in Mishlei. Hashem hates the Gval Lev. Toivas Hashem Gval Lev. It's an abomination to Hashem, the one who's haughty. When we act with humility, that's how we're going to get true honor and covet in the next world. When we act with, it's all about me, it's Keichev Yotzim Yadi, my honor, my power, that's how we can repulse. That's how we can Hashem say, you're an abomination. It might be hard in this world and the culture and society we live in, but ultimately the choice, to make the right choice, is ours.